I've had some issues with the cabin fan. The blower motor has not wanted to start at times. It's also made some bad sounds on the wheel loader, a JCB 411 HT, and it's very easy access. It's open the side cover and a couple of bolts, and you can remove the and it just slides out, and there are a couple of wires on there. Made some marks, took some pictures. I had this open earlier and could get it started by pushing the blades a little, so but every now and then it wouldn't start. And it's been in an environment where cement powder has been present, so I looked a little at the bearings and so on, and I would say these SPAL units are not a good, they are not suitable for any repairs. Just buy a new unit and install that. So that's what I did. And the new unit, I had to move over this. I think this is some sensor that has to do with the AC system that needed to be moved over, and it could be bolted onto the base plate. I'm not sure really. This wire here was not present on the old motor. All the spade connectors looked exactly the same. Might be a few differences between the new and the old, but it was all plug and play once that yes, extra cable had been removed. Double checked the wiring with the pictures, ensuring I installed everything correctly, and it slid right in. No issues. There is some dust collected down here. As I said, it might have seen some use in a dusty environment, so might be expected. Had it test started and double checked that all speeds worked fine, and I didn't suspect to have any issues, but easier to start it now and double check that things function, that I hadn't damaged any wiring. Put the cover plate back on, bolted it in place, and it's up and running again, so that's good. Now a little more on the SPAL units, because I did look at what could have been wrong with it. I started disassembly and see if a bearing or maybe the brushes in the electric motor was worn. That's the resistor element. I think that can be replaced separately if you have resistor issues. The motor unit still did not want to come undone from the plastic housing, even with that resistor that kind of clamps it into place. So figured it had to do something from the bottom, so had to remove it from the base plate, and there was a hidden bolt under there. And with that one removed, the motor unit with the fan blades can be lifted out. And I was a little hesitant at first to try and removing the plastic fan blades, because at this point I hadn't fully taken the decision to buy a new unit, but came to the conclusion that this is not repairable. On one side it's kind of some oddity, there's just a kind of a ball on the axle, and that's inserted into a like bearing surface, and it's kind of some press fitted things for probably easy assembly at the factory and so on, and but not really replaceable in any easy way, and I couldn't not find that there is anyone selling any spare parts for these motors at least. So, and the entire unit is not stupidly expensive, so save yourself the trouble. Just buy the new unit, check the numbers on it, find the best deal you can, and buy a new one. The brushes or collector on the motor did not look all that worn, so I don't think they were the main issue. I think the bearings were jamming up in places. Here is the side with the odd ball. I even hammered out the other side, but by this time I was quite sure it was just gonna be scrap, all of it. And on the other end, it's a more of a normal bearing. Well, the collector have had some wear on it, so that's it for this video. Quick and easy. When the fan itself is in an easy location, it was nice compared to the forest machines on the. They are more hidden inside the cabin and on the roof on one of them, so they sound a little bad in one of those two, in both of them. So I guess I might need to replace some fans there in the future.